So if we want to encourage more Nigerians in diaspora to put their money in this country, our judiciary have to do better. We have to get faster court dates. We have to get faster court judgments. And most importantly, we have to serve justice. People have to believe in our judicial system.
This is Souq Business Landscape. Now, Dangote has signed a $350 million deal with Indian firm EIL. Dangote Group has signed a $350 million agreement with Indian engineering firm Engineers India Limited to expand its Lagos refinery. Company officials confirmed this over the weekend. Now, the deal is aimed at increasing production capacity, improving operational efficiency, and enhancing the refinery's ability to meet domestic fuel demand. The Lagos refinery, one of Nigeria's largest private petroleum facilities, currently processing significant volumes of crude oil for local consumption. The partnership with EIL is expected to accelerate ongoing expansion projects, introducing advanced technology and infrastructure upgrades to support higher throughput and product diversification. Industry analysts say the collaboration reflects growing private sector investment in Nigeria's downstream oil sector and could reduce dependence on imported fuel. Once completed, the expansion is projected to boost local refinery capacity, generate employment, and strengthen Nigeria's energy security. Okay, dear Doc, one man and his friends came together and put in 21 billion in this particular facility. And that facility, they are still upgrading in less than 2 years of its operation. We look forward to having a BOA by this year.
Next year, really.
Oh, it's now 2027?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometime in the near future. Okay. Is it possible? Is it somewhat possible? Because before the end of 2025, just December alone, we saw a lot of Nigerians investing in Nigeria. Unlike what it used to be before that, we were waiting for England, USA, and all that. We saw Nigerians putting their money down in Nigeria. What exactly is changing?
Well, I think the ecosystem for investing has changed really significantly. One of the things that we don't do here is where we see things that are right, we don't acknowledge it. Sometimes when I hear members of the opposition speak against the current government, and I really wonder what they mean or what exactly they talk about. We cannot take it away from the president of Nigeria, who has made it his point of responsibility to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive and people to do business and earn money. There was a joke he made some few weeks ago, and he was talking to Tony, and he said, when he went to the American Stock Exchange, and then he made this remark and said, well, we can do it ourselves, but we really just want to open the door so that everybody can participate. He said, after the meeting, Tony came to him and said, Mr. President, thank you. Thank you. So he said, Tony, you thought I forgot. I didn't forget. You actually appreciated me for saying that we can do it. We have the power to actually expand this base. And I think this is what's actually happening. That when people see that you have opportunity where things are done well and government is trying to clean up the system, a lot of people are having confidence in the system to put money in it. I can see Dangote's energy from where it was about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, with all the push and all the pull from regulators and the rest of it, making things very difficult. But this government says, look, the doors are open, people can do business, and then the man is taking advantage of every hint of it. Don't forget that it was frustration from the same Nigerian government that led to the conception or the conceptualization of this private refinery. He actually wanted to take over the Nigerian refinery in 2007 when Obasanjo was ready to privatize. And then shortly after the privatization, government changed. And then Yadra came and they said, oh, this is our legacy project. We don't need to sell it to individuals. And government had to buy it back. And then he took a decision that, look, I have to build my own. But they had to struggle through the space to do this. So government now at the center, I think, is favoring a whole lot of things that's happening. Regulators are being put in check. Don't forget the recent case of Farouk and all the shading that happened. Now, we're seeing everybody is allowing businesses to thrive. And I think this is what Nigeria actually needs. I remember when the president was campaigning prior to the 2023 election, and he said that all he needs to do is to drive a market economy, that when competition increases, the people will benefit eventually. And I think this is what, for me, it is. We must give it to Mr. President, who is determined to create an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. And I think this is the way to go. Anybody who detracts from this is actually taking us backward. And I don't think Nigeria deserves to go backward.
Okay, why Nigeria does not deserve to go backwards? Let's reel out some figures. December, Tony Elumelu dropped his bombshell and went straight for the energy. Otedola dropped the energy and Mass picked it up. Same Dangote did, he added to the refinery. But in all these numbers and all these figures, also, what's it called? Seplat had more inclusion, more Nigerian inclusions. In all this, we're seeing Nigerians in Nigeria. How can we start getting Nigerians in diaspora to be part of what is happening here?
We need more transparency and we need more jurisprudence in terms of our judiciary. That is what the diaspora, that is what they want to see. Because for the names that you read out now, Tony Elumelu, Jimovia, Otedola, they can secure their own justice the way Nigeria is constituted today. But an average Ben that lives in America, that invests $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, if the money gets missing, what is his fate? Will he get justice? You and I know the answer to that. Will he get justice without leaving his livelihood, his family in America, to come and be here to be chasing court dates for 2 years, for 3 years? The reason why when anybody come across money, the first thing they look at is how they can invest in those advanced countries is because they believe they will be protected. So until we can build that trust and faith in our judicial system, we will not be able to even get 5% of the investment we can attract.
Okay, faith in the judicial system. You want to add to that?
Yeah, but I think for me, basically, yes, we have issues, legal issues that are there, and that's why I see someone who wants to actually participate beyond the legal issue was actually the ability for you to be able to actually repatriate your earning from the economy outside.
That was before now.
That was a major issue. That was
But
why
we solved that problem.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying, that the regime has been able to solve that problem. A lot of people want to put in their money, but your ability to be able to take it out become very difficult. And of course, the current CBN has dealt with those issues. So it's easy for people to actually do a lot of transactions. And there are a lot of kind of money that are coming into the country, really, because where we were 2022, 2021, we have since left that spot. So we're making real progress. But it's also good for us to even take faith in our economy. Yes, why we want the diasporans to put money in. Those at home need themselves to be able to participate. I am still waiting for the IPO for the refinery because Dangote promised us at the close of last year that we want all of us to be part of it.
10% of...
Oh, yes, we need to be part and parcel of it. Like Mukhtar said, we can wriggle our way around the legal challenges. Let him just give us some part, let us participate. Let Nigerians start to own the economy. You see, because if you build your house and your house is looking fine, that's when others will be attracted to come. So if we have a lot of people who still have money and they are not participating in this economy, it will not be nice enough. But it's good that we are seeing that Nigerians are believing in Nigeria at the moment. Like before now, that you have people who took money from government and they decided to go and set up refinery somewhere in South Africa, and then somebody had died, this inheritance had been passed on to somebody, and the money is completely lost. We have those stories.
Are you speaking rhetoric?
Yeah, I'm not speaking rhetoric. I'm saying, speaking to some of the recent history we had. So you have people who are investing in other economies and they're not putting their money locally. Okay. But recently, we even saw a politician who invested hugely in Geregu. So what that tells me is that as people are having confidence in our own system, it will just be a matter of time. People will be attracted. And I think, like he said, yes, arbitration are still big issues, but some people who are so smart investors ensure that they can walk around the arbitration system and get to a neutral ground. So if I'm going to put money here, I'm saying, where would the arbitration happen? I prefer it happen in England. I prefer it happen in Singapore. I don't want it here.
So, Doc, my question, my submission is that for big investors, yes, they can wiggle their way around. They are coming in. But I'm saying they are young Nigerians. They have $5,000, $10,000. They cannot even afford an additional $2,000 to fly to Nigeria. They just want to invest. In other economies, I know people that buy apartments in Dubai. They've never been to Dubai.
Yeah.
Because it's smooth. Everything is transparent. And they remit your rent timely. You don't need anything. And when you want to dissolve it, you do it effortlessly in Lagos. Without going anywhere, you get your money. But until we have that kind of system where people are afraid of the system and people in diaspora can send $5,000, $10,000, all those, it adds up. When you have 1 million or $5,000, you are looking at billions already.
I agree with you, Mukhtar. But I think maybe again, maybe we have to throw the part of United Arab Emirates. You see, these emissions was happening in Arab Emirates where the developers were receiving money and they were actually not building and remitting. Until in the UAE, they made a law such that nobody actually pay money directly to a developer. You pay it to the Ministry of Lands. And at certain level of threshold of development, you can come to draw some money. So government created a system that actually make those funds secure. So government is holding the investment in trust of all investors. So if you are investing in the UAE today, if you pay 5,000, that is not going straight to the developer. Okay. It's going to the government, Ministry of Land.
More like an escrow.
Oh yes, they warehouse the money and then of course disburse to the developer based on milestone achieved in terms of development. So that has reduced going to court and legal issues.
And you'll be surprised how many Nigerians that have never visited Dubai have an apartment in Dubai now.
A lot.
Every other weekend, you go to 5-star hotel all over the island. There are Emirates developers, Arabs, coming here to solicit. And people are buying into this investment because you are not paying property tax and you are getting rent every month.
Every month,
because it's a tourist country. So we need to create an enabling environment where people trust our system and they can trust us with their money without having to visit our country.
Okay. Now, absolutely. Doc, you talked about the Dubai experiment that is working right now. It's no longer an experiment.
It's a model.
It's a model right now. So how can we replicate that here? And which of the ministries can take that up?
We also have, like in Lagos, Ministry of Land. We have to regulate, especially if it's in the real estate sector, how this work, so that we are not at the mercy of the realtors. Because I have a situation where some people actually had paid the land and they go and show them one piece of land and then you ask them to be contributing. 3 years down the line, they are contributing. By the time they go there, they say, oh, the land is no longer there. The land is somewhere else. These are issues. And you can actually not pursue your case. Because here, like Mutai said, the legal system only favor the rich because you almost pay for justice. It's not coming free to the people. So these are issues that we can actually take away. The government can find a way to empower these ministries to see, yes, developers are monitored, that people, they are putting in investment, and that investment is actually going to where it should be, and people are supposed to get return, and nobody is defrauding anybody. So this will make it very clean. But I also feel that to a very large extent, for this to be able to be effective through digitization is absolutely very important, because UAE is 100% digitalized. So most of the things we do, you can actually see them online.